Good morning. You are welcome to another edition of News Review today. Anywhere you're watching WYTV, you already know it's time for News Review. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunji, and you can call me Sidon J. That is if you like. And the sponsor for this show is always Nokpa Abbas and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. So anywhere you're watching all around the world, it's time for News Review, where we talk about the headlines that made up the newspapers. We go on a short commercial break, come back and do justice to some of the headlines. I'm not the only one in the studio today. I have with me.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, bonjour, bonsoir, bienvenue, bienvenido. It's News Review o'clock. I am Arami Olaide.
Thank you so much, Arami Olaide, for joining me on this particular show. All right, today we are starting with our Vanguard newspaper. Insecurity. Zamfara governor alleges federal government in secret talk with bandits. Idil Maulud. Federal government declares Wednesday public holiday. Tinubu has not reintroduced full subsidy. APC. Popular Nollywood actor Suara is dead. Then on the Punch newspaper, Tinubu reviews document as CBN investigators submit interim report. Senate screens CBN Governor Cardozo's deputies today. Tinubu begs U.S. court not to release privileged documents. Tribunal. Sanwo-Olu hails verdict commits to delivery of campaign promises. Then on leadership newspaper, anxiety as Labour meets on indefinite strike today. Police arrest local government chairman who accused Governor Abiodun of diverting funds. 3. Escape death as container falls on vehicle in Lagos. Third fund to establish multipurpose laboratories in varsities. Then let's go to the Guardian's newspaper. Labour to declare indefinite strike mobilizes state councils for showdown. Ganduje, Ogoni chief, Lord Tinubu over clean-up plan, resumption of oil production. Mohbad was brought in dead, Lagos hospital says. Tragedy averted as 50-year-old bridge collapses in Enugu. These are the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. We are going on a short commercial break, and when we come back, we do justice to some of the headlines. Stay tuned, don't go nowhere.
For management of power.
Welcome to King Victor's Enterprise.
King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. He say make I tell una say una wey dey sell provision, noodles, groundnut oil and other food items there.
Èmi ni ìyálọ́jà Ìkẹ́nnẹ́ Mrs. Olúbùnmi Olúwọlé. King Victor is a nice son and he doesn't cheat.
King Victor Nigeria Enterprises are one major distributors Honeywell, Golden Penny, King's Oil, Gino àti bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ti ń bá wa dòwò pọ̀ látẹ̀yìnwá wọ́n kígbe sàdánkátà fáwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n ń jẹ lọ́dọ̀ wa. Come straight to King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. Gbogbo ẹni tó ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ òwò nǹkan oúnjẹ títà àǹfààní láti ṣí sílẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ wa o. Máa gbọ́jà kó o máa sanwó ẹ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ as you dey order for your market. Piam piam piam, our motto don deliver am for your shop and we no dey put extra money. Tara ṣàṣà báyìí kò bá wa dòwò pọ̀ ní King Victor Nigeria Enterprises àwa ní shop 2 Awolowo market Makunilu Ṣàgámù. Ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wa 081-379-09381. King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, fast and trusted.
You're welcome from that short commercial break, and that's our sponsor, King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, and talking about Nokpa Abbas that produces Nokpa Abba Bitter, Abba Flusher, Abba Powder, and Abba Tonic.
And Abba Cool.
Abba Cool, yes. If you want to get it, there's a number on that screen that you can call anywhere you are in the whole world.
That's it.
We'll bring it for you. All right, the first one we are going to be looking at today is about the Tinubu saying that he reintroduced the first subsidy, which APC said no. It is not like that. Well, the ruling All Progressive Congress Party, APC, has dismissed concerns that the President Bola Tinubu administration may have reintroduced full subsidy through the back door, saying the government only intervened to ensure some measures of price stability and predictability. Now, talking about this, if President Tinubu wants to bring back the subsidy,
Okay.
I think it's a thing that he will do it officially. He's not going to do it back door, because we didn't see any statement or any
No
any
formal
news.
statement.
You understand that President Tinubu has reintroduced the subsidy.
Actually, the reintroduction of first subsidy would be a good development.
Okay.
In the sense that the way the crude oil is in the market right now is way beyond the capacity of Nigerian government.
Okay.
You understand? And for people to buy the petty fuel in terms of diesel, things like that, for people to buy it in a lower price that like they used to before, it would be okay if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should reintroduce the first subsidy, because the hardship people are facing in terms of first subsidy removal is way beyond normal.
Well, talking about the first subsidy, it has caused a lot of havoc in Nigerian economy. Talking about the educational sector, even the laborers, they are planning on going on strike, indefinite strike now. You see, everything is being put under the guise of fuel subsidy. So I feel the reintroduction of fuel subsidy will make a good impact in this current economy. Well, administration spent, the report that we got said, administration spent 169.4 naira in August to keep the fuel pump price at 620 naira. While the opposition lashed until the discovery of to castigate the Tinubu administration, the APC on Monday night said such humongous payments do not amount to a reintroduction of subsidy. The ruling party equally shatters Frank Shuaib, as I think Frank Shuaib, media aid to the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, for purveying fake news and engaging in other inanities just to discredit President Bola Tinubu's administration. You see, I think it's high time we get to know that there is. I think they should bring up a law that will curb things like this. Why will you go on spreading fake news all in the name of opposition party because you want to put Nigerians to put blame on the president?
They call it propaganda.
Okay.
In the sense that they all use, as a political person, you have to use propaganda to defend yourself, to chastise other political parties.
But that doesn't make any changes, because it is just like you disturbing the peace of the country. If you are a good Nigerian and you have the love of Nigerians in your heart, Atiku wants to become the Nigerian president, right?
Sure.
Now, if you are the president, is it the fake news you'll be giving us?
Well, that was not a fake news, by the way, because the reintroduction of fuel subsidy has not been put in place. Right now, they are not the one in power, and they must tackle every information coming out as a false information.
Now, are you supporting Atiku's aid for dropping this kind of information, whereby the official president of Nigeria is not giving us that information? It was just a propaganda, that, like you said. And I don't see this as a good thing, because if you are having the love of this country, you're a good compatriot of Nigeria, and you need to support the current administration to disseminate information that is useful, not like you trying to jeopardize things that are not supposed to be tackled. You understand? Fine, we know that the first subsidy removal has done a lot.
Yes.
We know,
yes.
And we need proper arrangement and proper how will I put it? Aid. On this current economy. But then that doesn't mean that you, as an opposition to Tinubu, to be disseminating false news. People will be seeing it like, okay, I saw someone yesterday that was saying, okay, the fuel price has come down. Why are they still selling it same price? I was just looking at them because I cannot come there to tell them, no, it is not, because that is what they saw in the fake news.
Yes, it all boils down to the government there itself, because for government to come out that, we've reduced this thing, that is what the people will follow.
Exactly.
That is what the people will follow, because everyone is on their toes. Everyone is on their toes that, oh, once this first subsidy remover comes back, everything will be better. See the gas, LPG.
Yes.
The price has skyrocketed. And once there is fuel, people will convert their gas generator back to fuel.
Yes.
Because it was because of the first subsidy remover. That is why people are using gas generator.
Well, Shuaibu claims that full subsidy is back is not correct. Still talking about that, he said it's not correct, that it's a fake news, that people should debunk the news that
it's actually a fake news, because
yes,
if it was to be a real news, it will be imminent.
Government intervention to ensure some measure of price stability and predictability does not amount to return of the renewals for subsidy of recent past, APC stated. APC spokesperson Felix Moka, in a statement on Monday night, said Shuaibu, in an unfledged statement, outed himself in his warped and misleading suggestion that the APC-led administration has hoodwinking Nigerians by propaganda. Well, Moka said on Shuaibu's pathological and cynical flippancy, he declared that into matters he cleared does not understand or lack the constitutive capacity to understand as a result of post-electoral traumatic stress disorder arising from his boss Syria electoral failure. So now, that was the reason why I said I think there should be a law that will guide all this thing. Once you disseminate fake news, they should get arrested, because you can't be disturbing the mind of Nigerians. You know,
well, it happens. It happens because there was a law. There was a how do I put it? There was a campaign. Okay. There was a campaign during Muhammadu Buhari tenure when they were disseminating the campaign that, oh, if there should be a fake news, they should put you in jail. They should do this. Stop fake news. Stop spreading fake news. That whoever is caught spreading fake news will be sanctioned. Which I believe that for them to see this kind of thing, they see it in a way that this actual information is a false information. They know what to do.
Well, unsurprisingly, Shuaibu's only evidence for such an errant conclusion is that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has appointed more media aides than economic and security advisors. Conveniently glozing over the fact that Mr. President was swift in rejigging the security architecture and repositioning the armed forces for optimal performance in defense of lives and property. So now, can you see what this man was saying? Saying that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has employed more media aides.
See the likes of the Vice President Kashim Shettima. The media aides they just gave him, not quite that President Bola Tinubu just appointed. Yeah, let me say they are so much. Because you say this one is so of Leadership newspaper, this one is so of Vanguard newspaper, has been appointed as special advisor on media and publicity. For what? For what?
Well, still on the full subsidy, I think the major problem we face in this country is our leaders. You know, but the fact that our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is just trying to be safe, because what social media has done to him, even before he became the Nigerian president, is just too much. That was the reason why he said he doesn't listen to or read anything online again. That's why he had a lot of media aides, at least, to help him to get information.
That is a misplaced priority for my own end. Okay. Because for you to have a lot of media aides, a lot of aides, not only media, a lot of aides, what is the work of the ministers? What is the work of the minimal aides that were there during the media?
Well, talking about the ministers, you know, some ministers work for themselves. They don't disseminate information to the president instantly. You know, all these aids that Tinubu is having is just a means to the society.
But do you know that it is way beyond normal? Because come to think of it, the media aids for the ruling for the opposition party to come against the development, that means that it is way beyond. It is a mistake because it has a selfish interest inside. Because during the former President Muhammadu Buhari, the media is the opposition party did not come in for him like that. It's
you
not
see,
for him.
no, you're saying
This particular president that we have now is this you always say Jekinje.
all right,
Chop,
talking
make I
about
chop.
the ex-president, there are things like this, but it's not. Our president, talking about Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is a listening president.
Okay.
He sees and he hears a lot. But Buhari is not that kind of president.
Okay.
Buhari doesn't talk anything. If you like, say many things about him online, he will not come out to say nothing until when the time comes for him to pack everything together and come out to disseminate it to the citizens of Nigeria. But talking about Tinubu, the reason why Tinubu is a fast approach president. Like once he sees something, he will want to talk. But instead of him coming out to talk about it, that is why he had the AIDS.
Does that mean that the bountiful AIDS that he has right now, does that mean they work against, like they work for him and make Nigeria grow better? Well,
the only disadvantage I see about this aid is that employing too much of aid will still attract Nigerians' pockets.
Yes.
You understand? So at least, even if you want to have aid,
AIDS will demand for money.
Sure.
They will demand for salary. They will demand for allowance. They will even do all these mago.
You understand?
So they will do it.
Yeah. Well, talking about articles 8 that is trying to disseminate false information about the fuel subsidy. I'm telling the all Nigerians now that the APC had come out straight to tell you guys that the subsidy is still there. Yeah. There is no reintroduction of fuel subsidy. So you guys should debunk these rumors. Now let's move on to the next one. Tinubu begs US court not to release privileged documents. Still on these articles, Chicago.
But, what is President Bola Ahmed? What is he hiding?
Thank you.
Because that is the main question. Because if he's supposed to be a sane president, a sane person that doesn't have anything to hide, that doesn't have any skeleton in his cupboard, what is it? Okay, they've given the Chicago State University ultimatum of 2 days
to release
the results.
Yeah.
And I know that in a single client like United States of America, they will surely provide the results.
Yeah. Well, President Bola Tinubu on Monday pleaded with a United States District Judge, Nancy Maldonado, to order Chicago State University to protect its privileged information such as admission records, transcripts, and gender, and release only his certificate to the legal team of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Now, you see, even without you prognosing or trying to get into the matter, this has given me a clear picture of what is happening. It's not like I see like President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not hiding.
Okay.
He's just trying to secure his basic information. You said something about propaganda.
Yes.
You see, all these people, they know themselves and they know the kind of game they are playing.
Okay.
Are you getting that? They are just playing games, and we are just a speculator. We are just like speculator watching what is going on. Now look at it. President Tinubu said, protect my privileged information such as admission records, transcripts, and gender. Okay. Then release my certificate, just my certificate.
Just my certificate.
Now you know that even with the fact that if you have A1 or let me say have distinction in all your results, what they will ask of is what? Certificate.
Yes.
So I think there's something, although there may be something hidden about the records and the transcript and the gender. Maybe Tinubu used a female instead of male.
Do you know? At this point in time that we have, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we have to complain. Both if he doesn't have anything to hide, all the academic career, once he know that he excelled during his stay in the university, they should bring out all the records and show them. Then they should let this slide. Because what is there? Show them, okay, I have A1, I have carryover. It is normal in university. It is normal to have a carryover.
Carryover is not meant for animals.
Yes.
It is meant for students.
So that is it. So if at all he failed at the point in time while he was in school, then and he cleared everything. What is there? They don't need to receive his to release the certificates,
I
because
feel
certificates can be forged.
Exactly. This is what I feel Tinubu should do, president. You know, if you don't want your information to get out there, to get casted, at least get the lawyer,
Yes,
your own lawyer, and make sure they secure those information once it is being, you know, shown to the vice president, former vice president rather, Atiku. Then collect back your this thing and make a statement that it should not be tampered or anything should happen to it. Simple. Just let us see what is there. If there is no skeleton in your cupboard. Well, still moving on. The motion was filed by the president lawyer Christopher Kamikel, who stressed that the most critical fact has already been clearly and unequivocally established by Tinubu's alma mater. The Punch earlier reported that Atiku had secured an order from a U.S. magistrate, Jeffrey Gilbert, for CSU to make Tinubu's academic records available to his legal team. The documents sought by Atiku through his counsel, Angela Liu, include the record of Tinubu's admission and acceptance at CSU, dates of attendance, degrees, award and honors attained by the former governor of Lagos State at the university, among others. As the deadline given by Gilbert drew nearer last Thursday, Tinubu's lawyer approached Maldonado, arguing that the earlier decision by Gilbert needed to be reviewed by a district judge. Wait, I don't understand. Well, I feel maybe because it was Chicago University, though. Yeah. But why will you drag our old #1 citizen of Nigeria, drag him to USA court?
Well, do you know that if it was to be a country whereby everything is working, the court case against our now president, due to what had happened during the election, would have been an uproar by now. Because the election that made our president the president right now, it has a lot of thoughts inside.
Yes.
A lot of complications.
But with all the complications, they went to court and he won.
They won.
And now they are going to Supreme Court.
Even.
And do you know the Supreme Court caught fire on Monday, and people talking about it like, is it not going to affect the petition? Yes. The lawyers in the chamber talked yesterday that it's not going to affect it at all, because the affected part in the chamber was just the library and some documents. Do you know the controversies that happened during the 2023 election, presidential election, even led to the UN General Assembly, whereby people were chastising the president why he was elected, when they were conducting election for the presidential election. The votes that led to the victory of the president was not a real vote. Yes, it was not standard. Exactly. Well, still talking about that, the request for a review and delay of the order till Monday was eventually granted by the U.S. district judge. But on Monday, the president's legal team pleaded with Maldonado to release only the certificate and preclude Tinubu's other privileged records. The motion filed by the lawyer partly read, the most critical fact has already been clearly and unequivocally established by Chicago State University. Intervenor was awarded the degree as stated. This point is irrelevant to the applicant because he is not seeking anything more than opposition research on a political opponent. The magistrate judge clearly erred in granting the application for discovery and concluding that Chicago State University must respond to the document and deposition subpoenas. The conclusion should be set aside and the application should be denied because the information sought cannot be used and therefore it is not for use in the foreign proceedings. That's what I'm talking about. See, if at the end of the day, Atiku lost on this again, okay, I feel it is that time Nigerians to see Atiku as just enemy of progress for Tinubu. You know, this is a political matter, yeah, and he cannot just submit to the loss. I'm looking at it like, how will it look like if Peter Obi was in the second position? We will have dragged Tinubu more than this. Well, that is it. It is a political matter. And the controversies when they were conducting the primary election for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, during his campaign and everything that surrounded
the President Tinubu's career,
Okay.
in terms of working career, in terms of educational journey, everything is kind of sketchy. Even including his name. Some people were like, "Oh, is the real Tinubu is not his name. That his name is Amoda."
No. That it was stated that Tinubu was born in Osun State.
Confirmed that he was born in Ragiji.
He had to, relocate to Lagos and add the citizen of Lagos.
Yeah.
Even his name was fake.
Yeah.
Different allegations on Tinubu.
Sure. So that is why. So now, what if? Let's just presume it like this. What if Atiku wins in US courts? Now they will have to come back to Nigeria to come and tender the case and say, "Oh, we won in US
so
courts."
what is he going to change?
What is it going to?
That's
Are they
what I'm
going to
looking for.
rebuke it, or they will accept it?
Well, why is it that after every election in Nigeria, be it local, state, or federal level, there is always petition? Why? And we have security, we have INEC, we have people that are, let's say, officials that coordinate election in Nigeria, and they could not come out and say this is the real result until when the tribunal
I feel like even if the election went well, this 2023 election, even if it went well, they will still file a petition. I don't know if they are deriving any allowance from it.
And if you should check the election of 2023, you will see that almost every party, every political parties that took part in that election bought votes. And it was clear. Even when they saw Labour Party, they saw a core member trying to vote on
a
different
lot of
papers,
controversies.
so PDP does theirs too. They are all of them are just in a shady box. Trying to come out in a claim like they are holy, but nobody
is holy. The last time we conducted free and fair election was in 1993.
That was during Abiola's election, and it was not even free and fair.
Because it was free and fair. The election was conducted free and fair.
But
it was glaring that Abiola won
the election. Yes,
but due to power tussle.
That is what I'm saying. So is that free or fair?
No, the election was conducted on a free and fair basis.
Well, on a free and fair basis, that is the election for you. Let's move on to the next one, which is the talk of the moment, talk of the town, trending news of the Nigerian artist that passed on September 12. And, different things have been happening since then. Till today, we'll still never get the result from the autopsy done by the Nigerian police. And we are waiting for the result. But still on the investigation, the hospital whereby Mohbad was admitted. It was stated that he was admitted. But this hospital has came out clearly with a statement that no, we didn't admit Mohbad.
But who was the nurse? The nurse that treated him.
That is why we are going to give you the body of the news as it was being stated on their Instagram page. Well, Mohbad was brought in dead, Lagos Hospital says. Perez Meke Hospital, where the late Nigerian musician Ilerioluwa Oladimeji Aloba, known as Mohbad, was allegedly taken prior to his demise, has said that he was brought in dead. Now, let us start from here.
Okay.
Mohbad was brought in dead. You confirmed him dead. So why did you inject him? He was being injected at the hospital.
I asked you a question now. Who was the nurse?
Yes.
Who was, before they sacked the nurse, before they apprehended the nurse, who was she working for?
Who are those people that took Mohbad to the hospital? When they confirmed he's dead and they took him to the hospital. So who are those guys or who are those people behind taking him to the hospital in the first place? And what are the things the hospital did? When things like that happen in Nigerian hospital, we know they will tell you, go and make a statement.
Yes,
what are
even before it goes to that stage, they will say if you should bring a person that this person is going through a lot, sickness, things like that. Okay. Take the person, pay money, but you have to pay a sum for admission from bed bed space, things like that. They will issue a file. Where is the file?
I don't understand. Like this thing.
Who issued the release warrant?
Well, for this hospital to come out straight and say all of this in the statement, I think there is a lot we still need to get from this hospital, because we have a lot of questions to ask them. How did they confirm he's dead? Then who were those nurses that attended to him when they confirm he's dead? Because on a normal day, if you bring any patient, an emergency to the hospital, before the doctor who comes, the nurses will have attended to the patient.
I think a lot of people have a question to answer about.
Yes.
The guy that made the video when Mohbad was inside a car, lying
who
lifeless.
was that guy?
You understand? When he was lying lifeless inside the car, who was the guy? Because the guy was the person that was handed over to, that they handed Mohbad's corpse over to.
And if you check the video, some people said, because I watched it, I've watched it countless times, I'm trying to get the picture of the whole thing in that video. They said Mohbad's neck was still moving inside that car when the guy was saying Mohbad is dead, Mohbad is dead.
Okay, should we now say that was maybe the time the guy made the video was the time they were taking him to the hospital?
See, all these questions, I don't even know who to ask and who to. It's just like the Waje song. If you ask me, now imagine, like, who am I going to? Because now the hospital that Mohbad was taken to are denying the fact that he was dead before he was brought into the hospital. Well, since Mohbad died on September 12, 2023, there have been several conflicting reports surrounding the circumstances that led to his shocking demise, with some saying he passed away after being injected by a nurse. Now, another one. He passed away after being injected by a nurse. Was it that he was being injected before being brought to the hospital, or he was being injected at the hospital?
Well, auxiliary nurse, maybe. Well, this nurse, I think they've apprehended. No, they've apprehended her already.
The
she
nurse,
must
right?
confess.
Okay.
She must confess, because now the Association of Lagos State Student and Nursing Association, they've debunked, they've refuted the claim that this nurse is part of them. They said she is not part of them. She is not registered under the association.
You see, one thing I don't understand about this Mohbad case is everybody is just removing their hands. They don't want to say the real truth. Now, you know, police have done investigation by asking Mohbad's father one or two questions, and we are yet to see any video or any report about the investigation since. Now, this is my question. A woman came online yesterday accusing Mohbad's father of 1.4 million that entered his account through a UBA bank account. Someone sent the money to Mohbad's account with a UBA bank account with an Igbo name, and asking Mohbad's father, what is that money for? That was 2 days before the death of Mohbad.
Okay.
Now, people are now seeing this as maybe it was someone that paid Mohbad's life money to his father. And we don't know, maybe this woman was saying the truth yet. So I think Nigerian police should apprehend this woman.
Well,
too.
this is a serious period that we need to take note of, because every information coming out should not be taken with a levity hand.
Yes, exactly.
We must take note of all informations, take it, digest it, and remove the ones that are not okay.
You see, I see this as Nigerian police authority, that they are trying. Nigerian police force, fine. But, you know, there are some things that they need to give rooms for when it comes to investigation. We have journalists. We have reporters.
Yeah.
We have CIDs.
Yes.
Are you getting it now? So I think they should give these people time to do their underground assignment before they come out and be telling us different things. You understand? I think they've given reporters time to do their assessments. This thing will have come out in peace. But then, I'm still looking at the fact that we've not heard the arrest of Naira Marley, the arrest of Sam Larry. You understand?
I understand.
Even Mohbad's mother is not safe in this case. Mohbad's mother needs to be arrested because there is a confusion in Mohbad's lyrics on the song where he said mommy was out for 10 years or something.
Yes.
Or maybe he's looking for money for 10 years. So, you know, the money looks like mommy. Although Mohbad was actually talking about mommy.
Yes.
Are you getting that?
Yeah,
Which means Mohbad's mother has left his father for a good 10 years.
Well, you know, that one is a personal issue, because we don't know what led to that separation.
Yes. But it has relationship with what we are talking about.
You know, it is not every divorce case that the woman or that the wife as like the wife is a protagonist of the divorce.
Yes.
You understand? At times it might be the husband. So we don't know what's led.
You see,
to
the reason why I brought this in to the matter is that, you know, people were talking about Mohbad's father having hand in the killing of Mohbad.
Okay.
Fine. Okay, I'm not looking at it like Mohbad's father has been responsible, even sent him to Poly. He has been responsible for the upkeep of Mohbad right from kid, even with the mother that left. Now, when Mohbad started making it, it brought his mother in, staying in Lekki, and the father was staying in trenches. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So will that kind of father now open his eye to get his son, his only son that is bringing the glory of the family out, killed?
Well, it is only Mohbad that can explain that, of blessed memory. Because if he was to be alive, I would have been sorted, because we don't know what the man did that made him tell us, okay, I don't want him to be in Lekki, I want him to be in Ikorodu. Who knows whether the man even agreed to be in Ikorodu?
But then there was a case of the stepmother. There's a stepmother in between this. You know, Mohbad said that his father didn't listen to the stepmother.
Okay.
So maybe the father is just trying to secure himself being with his wife. Are you getting that? But the whole thing is that Mohbad is not alive to explain things, but it is only in his music. That, but I want people to know something, that sometimes when artists sing, when musicians sing, it is not always the truth they say in their music too. Let us look at it in that way. Because I have a lot of artists. Let us talk about the video when it started. 30 billion for the account, but it was stated that it was not his account, it was his father's account. You understand? So some artists will just say things that they want in the future in their current music. So sometimes we don't judge Mohbad's case with his lyrics. Although there are a lot of things about the lyrics that comes with things that happen with the ones we saw in the video of Sam Larry trying to oppress and threatening, you understand? But then it is not every lyrics that we are going to look at. Pastor Tunde Bakare using Mohbad's name to preach, saying Mohbad is being tortured by God for his death, that he was just a victim of what he has done in life, because why will he be calling himself Mohbad? Well, and Mohbad has a meaning. Yes, it has a very good meaning, and Mohbad even said it by himself in an interview that this is the reason why he named himself Mohbad. So that pastor, I don't know, he should go back and do his assignment before coming on TV or anywhere to say something about Mohbad. He said because his name is Mohbad, so if you are bad, that means you are not a good person.
Yeah.
Which is not supposed to be like that. So I think this Mohbad case,
I think he has been attacked right now.
Yeah, people are really dragging him online, talking about Pastor Tunde Bakare. So you should be, as a pastor, I think you should point peace, not like you are starting another controversy talk that will make people to be dragging themselves online. Fine, you are a man of God, but what is a man of God supposed to do? Pray for the dead.
That is it.
That is just it. You don't need to talk. He said because he has associated himself with different gangs, different evil people, and made him to be smoking. Mohbad stopped smoking and doing drugs after leaving Manians. You know, he said it in his music.
This particular pastor can't say that he doesn't have a bad record. At least at the point in time, you must have committed a sin.
Exactly. It is not when you were born God called you to be a pastor. No one is holy. Not even in this Nigeria. Because if they start dragging this Mohbad case very well, a lot of people will get involved.
That is it.
A lot of people. Well, in the comment section, someone said, which time are they given to do an investigation? They refuse to arrest all suspects and question them, just dragging the matter on ground because these people are connected to people in power. Wow. Banjo Princess said, he said money in the song, not mommy, and we can't judge her for leaving the man. Well, for Banjo, it is no money. He said mommy. Yes, because there was a video we saw on his live video, his live performance, Mohbad, when he was performing. After saying the lyrics, he now went back with the backup of saying, my mother left me 10 years ago.
Yes.
He said it. So it was not money, it is mommy. So let us take note of that. There is something we don't know about the matter, because for a child to take care of the mother and leave the father, it might be punishing him or something. Yes. Well, if we are going to look at it, no matter how rich your father is, you will still love your mother, because I don't know, maybe that is how it was.
You know, it
right
is
from
natural.
concept. Yeah, it's natural to love mom.
You know, children or a child, they get closer to
their mom.
To their mom. You understand? More, you know, if you should see a father being close to their child or children, that means the woman is no more, or the mother is not a good mother.
Yes, exactly.
You understand?
Well, Comrade Samuel Oyewole said, well, left to me, I don't have any belief in this Nigeria again. We should just let the dead rest, because there is no justice in this nation called Nigeria. I concur, sir. Yes, yes, because if it is US, all these cases will have been solved.
100.
Within how many days?
100%.
You see, I know what the Nigerian government is trying to do on this. I'm serious. I'm being sincere.
They're just trying to delay the case.
You understand, so that people's temper can go down, because even the protests, they don't want it. It is disturbing their day-to-day activities. You know, Nigerian government will make money.
Yes.
If there is protest now, the economy, the money they are seeing from the different revenue, it will drop, and they don't want that kind of thing to happen. So I feel Nigerians should know that there is no justice in this country for real.
They knows. Nigerians know that there is no justice. That is why they brought out this bill, this campaign, all eyes on judiciary. You know, so even the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, tried to bring down the billboard of the campaign.
You see, if Nigeria wants to prove to us that they have justice with them, the federal government, there is no country. At least Tinubu is the chairman of ECOWAS.
Yes.
If Naira Marley and Sam Larry are in any African countries, they should be able to arrest them there. I feel when Kizane went to perform at one country like that, he was being arrested. I think it's Malawi or Tanzania. He was being arrested in that country. So it means if they really want to take this matter up and they really want to prevail justice to Nigerians, they should arrest. Even if it is UK, they should order them to arrest, because they are criminals.
Sure.
They are suspects.
Sure.
So this is where we are going to be ending it on News Review today. Don't forget that my name still remain Ahmed Abbas Olatunji. You can call me Sidonji. That's if you like. And thank you so much, Olaide, for joining me on this edition.
It's a pleasure to be here today.
And big shout out to our sponsor for this show, Nokpa Abbas. Talking about Nokpa Abba Bitters, our producers of Nokpa Abba Bitters, Abba Flusher, Abba Tony, Abba Powder, and the King Victor Nigeria Enterprises that sell foodstuffs like they're in number 2 Awolowo Market, Shagamu, Ogun State. If you want to get your foodstuff, you can go there. And big shout out to the CEO of this company, talking about Wisdom Yard Nigeria Limited, Omoba, Oshin, and Noah. So I will say very big thank you for always being there for us. Ajalaku Sangbawan. That's his nick, for those of you that knows him with that name. All right, this is where we are going to be telling you, be hardworking, don't fight, and be good. Bye.